Hello and welcome to Harmonic State, where I'm doing something a little bit different today, including being on screen for the first time. You could see I'm at the can't afford a green screen yet part of my YouTube journey. I'm doing a song contest between the two biggest competitors in the AI music space. I wrote a song. Some of you are really not going to like it. It's a Kamala Harris diss track on Donald Trump. I wrote the lyrics and then worked with both Suno and Udio to produce the song, and I'm going to share the results of each in a moment. We're going to listen to the Suno track first, and then I'm going to go into some pros and cons from each, and then finally we'll finish off with the Udio track, for which I made a proper video. So let's get going and listen to some music. I'm going to tell you in advance that I prefer the second one we're going to listen to, the Udio one. The first one is fine, but the second one, it's a ride. First of all, here's my rendition of Tiny Grasping Hands produced in Suno. I'd already made one video about this and could not be asked to make a second one, so I just did a dance instead. I hope that's alright.
Yo, it's the Veep, I'm here to call you out, Trump. Your legacy is weak and our logo is a dump. You're a fraud, a fake, a coward and a con. Epstein's bestie, so yeah, let's get it on. Bankrupt casinos, can't even run a game. Sexist, racist, with men like you it's all the same. Failure at business, failure in the sack. Putin's little dog with your tongue up in his orange face, tiny hands, world's biggest clown. Grasping for power, your fat ass is going down. Pretending you're so tough, but from wig to balls you're fake. From your birth to the White House, you were just a bad mistake. You brag about your billions, but where the hell's it gone? Golden toilet, golden roof, damn, you're such a moron. Grab him by the pussy, your pillow talk is vile. Your ego soft and fragile, and your soul's on trial. Anything to get ahead, grope and lie and cheat. You're a bad wrestling heel, and you're running out of heat. Orange face, tiny hands, world's biggest clown. Grasping for power, your fat ass is going down. Pretending you're so tough, but from wig to balls you're fake. From your birth to the White House, you were just a bad mistake. I'll be fixing all your damage, picking up your slack and bitch. Women's rights, I'll be bringing them all back. Tiny hands, silly wig, stupid orange tan. If you had a bigger dick, you'd probably be a better man.
It's fine, right? It's not a ride, it's alright. Guess what happened? I actually hurt my back quite badly doing that dance. It's the next day now. It didn't really become apparent until a couple of hours afterwards. I think it might have been the thing where I had my leg behind me and was kind of pulling on it. I'm way too old to be trying that stuff again. So we're just going to talk about the pros and cons now while I try to ignore the pain. The pros and cons of Suno and Udio. Number one, you'll get decent results faster in Suno. I had about 20 attempts to create this song in Suno, but the one I just played was the best, and it was actually the second one that came out. This took me under 5 minutes. So once I'd written the lyrics, it really didn't take very much time at all to get the result that you just heard. Udio, on the other hand, took me days. There were lots of generations, which you pay for the credits to generate stuff as part of the subscription package, and I did lots of something called inpainting. You can see here an example of the process I went through. This was every generation I went through, refining each time to put it into the shape I wanted it to be in. Number two, Suno mixes genres better. Udio can mix genres very, very well, but in my experience, only when they're similar. And sometimes not even then. For this Kamala Harris diss track, I wanted to mix gangster rap, Bhangra and reggae to basically mock the people who are pretending they don't understand how parentage works. The Suno track we just heard kind of got there. It tried. Udio could not do it at all. And what I'm going to play you in a minute is so far away from those genres, I don't even know really how to describe. Number three, Suno is more predictable. Suno follows prompts. Udio follows prompts sometimes. Udio, in my experience, is much more likely to just do what the hell it likes, or sometimes to just give completely bizarre generations. But although it might not sound like it, this is where we start changing the conversation to why I think Udio is better. I don't think Suno is capable of genius, and I think Udio is occasionally, if you put the time and effort in, sometimes by luck. So the experience of creating with Suno is, you try a few times, and you get something that you like. The experience of Udio is, you'll spend 2 days doing a load of inpainting or trying to get the right extension to finish your song, or to try and get it to stop finishing your song when you don't want it to finish yet, and eventually you'll get something that just has you running around the room whooping with joy at what it's done. It's like it's brought your vision to life, but it's so much cooler than you'd even imagined it was good. Suno doesn't do that. Number 4, Udio has higher audio quality. That's pretty much accepted. Number 5, Udio has inpainting. As far as I can tell, Suno doesn't have inpainting. Inpainting is where you can go in and edit a few seconds of your song at a time until you get it exactly how you want it to sound. I do a lot of inpainting. It's quite time consuming, but it's all part of the fun for me. Could argue, of course, that I wouldn't need to do so much inpainting if Udio was more consistent like Suno is, because while a lot of it is just trying to make the song sound different, a lot of the inpainting can also be to fix errors. Number 6, I think Suno has the better UX. Just cheeky plug really. If you're listening, Udio, I've been doing UX for over 25 years with some very big companies. So if you want someone to overhaul it and make it as good as the software that's underneath it, then get in touch. So what's the best? It really depends what you need. If you want to be able to pump out perfectly acceptable music on a regular basis without putting much effort in, you're going to want Suno. But if you're like me and perfectly decent isn't good enough, if you want to create something that's more likely to get a reaction, more likely to be something people really love or often really hate, as I've found, if you treat this as a labour of love, if you want higher quality audio, would enjoy the process and want to obsess over making every detail right, go with Udio. For me right now, I'll definitely be sticking with Udio. I'm a much bigger fan of it. It is more work, but I really do think the results are much more worth it. You may disagree. We'll put a poll under the video and you can let me know maybe you preferred the Suno one. Okay, here we go. This is not the vision that I originally had for this song. Usually I work with Udio or wrestle with it until it realizes my vision for a song. I tried to fight it for a while, as I always do, but this time I gave in because I was really starting to enjoy what it was doing. It still required a lot of input from me to get to where we got to, but the initial vision came from Udio for once rather than from myself. This is a song that Udio apparently wrote with input from me rather than the other way around. And I think it's pretty brilliant. Let me know what you think. And oh yeah, subscribe and all that stuff. Yeah, do that. Just remembered one final point. If you do like the song, you don't have to come back to this video to watch it again. It's a separate video on my YouTube page. Alright.
Yo, it's the Veep, I'm here to call you out, Trump. Your legacy is weak and Mar-a-Lago is a dump. You're a fraud, a fake, a coward and a con. Epstein's bestie, so yeah, let's get on. Bankrupt casinos can't even run a game. Sexist, racist with men like you, it's all the same. Failure at business, failure in the sack. Putin's little dog with your tongue up in his orange face, tiny hands, world's biggest clown. Grasping for power, your fat ass is going down. Pretending you're so tough, but from wig to balls, you're fake. From your birth to the White House, you were just a bad mistake. You brag about your billions, but where the hell's it gone? Golden toilet, golden roof, damn, you're such a moron. Grab him by the pussy, your pillow talk is vile. Your ego's soft and fragile and your soul's on trial. Anything to get ahead, rope and lion sheep. You're a bad wrestling heel and you're running out of heat. Orange face, tiny hands, world's biggest clown. Grasping for power, your fat ass is going down. Pretending you're so tough, but from wig to balls, you're fake. From your birth to the White House, you were just a bad mistake. I'll be fixing all your damage, picking up your slack, and bitch, women's rights.